and it is and has always been the top thought on our mind at Adani Group.
Tens of thousands of Gazans have been fleeing to areas west and south of the embattled southern Gaza city of Khan Yunis, including to the nearby border town of Rafah, where an airstrike brought new bloodshed and chaos to an area overflowing with people displaced by the war. Attorney General Merrick B. Garland said that the Justice Department was investigating the murder of more than 30 Americans and the abduction of US citizens by Hamas fighters during the 7th of October attack on Israel. And stay with us as we'll be back after a very short break with Revanth Reddy all set to take oath as the Chief Minister of Telangana today in Hyderabad.
एयरपोर्ट लोग ऐसे जाते हैं जैसे बस से पहले जाते थे. इट इज अमेजिंग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. आई वॉन्ट यू टू टेल पीपल कितने लोग हमारे देश में आज प्लेन से ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं और वो संख्या पहले क्या थी.
तो जो क्रांति और रेवोल्यूशन भारत में हो रहा है केवल हब पे नहीं हो रहा लेकिन स्पोक पे भी हो रहा है. छोटे छोटे शहरों में भी हो रहा है. आपके मेट्रो के जो एयरपोर्ट्स हैं जो बड़े बड़े शहर, आज 21 करोड़ की हमारी क्षमता है उन एयरपोर्ट्स की. अगले 5 साल के अंदर ये 40 करोड़ तक क्षमता जाएगी. अगले साल जेवर का एयरपोर्ट शुरू होगा. अगले साल नवी मुंबई का एयरपोर्ट शुरू होगा. पिछले वर्ष गोवा में 2 एयरपोर्ट्स बन चुके हैं और 2030 तक 15 ऐसे शहर होंगे इस देश के अंदर जहां एक एयरपोर्ट नहीं लेकिन 2-2 एयरपोर्ट बनने.
welcome. This is live and breaking on Republic TV, and I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. Even as the Prime Minister was felicitated by the BJP leaders at the Parliamentary Party meeting, the wait is still on for the party to name its 3 chief ministers of the Hindi heartland states that it won. We'll get you all the details on that in just a bit. We first bring you up to speed with the top stories. Prime Minister Modi is felicitated by the BJP leadership post a historic win in the 3 states. Sources suggest discussion is underway on the chief ministerial faces, announcements to be made soon. Revant Reddy is set to take oath as the chief minister of Telangana today in Hyderabad. All-out war in the India alliance after the Congress's 3-state rout. The TMC skips the meeting called by the Congress. Top sources say allies are piling pressure on the Congress set deadline for seat-sharing talks. It is day 2 of the Rajasthan Bandh over the Karni Sena chief Goswami's murder in Jaipur. All right, now the latest that we are getting on the murder of the Karni Sena chief seems to suggest that the Lawrence Bishnoi gang is now under the scanner over this. So a new angle emerging. We are given to understand that there appears that the shooters may have some links to the Lawrence Bishnoi gangs. Do remember that the accused in the case have still not been arrested, and this was a murder essentially that shocked Rajasthan because of the manner in which it was carried out. 3 shooters entered the residence of the Karni Sena chief and shot at him from point blank range and then escaped. Now, he was of course taken to the hospital. However, he was declared brought dead. Let's go across to Jatin on the phone line. He has more details. Jatin, good morning. Jatin, give us more details about the link that has now been established to the Lawrence Bishnoi gang.
बिल्कुल देखिए, जिस तरीके से सुखदेव की हत्या की गई और उस हत्या की जिम्मेदारी रोहित गोदारा नाम के गैंगस्टर ने ली है। सबसे पहले रोहित गोदारा राजस्थान का ही रहने वाला है, लेकिन फर्जी नाम पासपोर्ट के जरिए वो दुबई चला गया। लेकिन जिस तरीके से रोहित गोदारा ने इसकी जिम्मेदारी ली, उसने लिखा कि वो लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग के लिए काम करता है और लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग के लोगों ने ही रोहित गोदारा से संपर्क किया और सुखदेव की हत्या को अंजाम दिया। आपको बता दें कि रोहित गोदारा जो है वो लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग के लिए तो काम कर ही रहा है, साथ ही उसको डायरेक्शन कहाँ से मिल रही है? उसको डायरेक्शन मिल रही है गोल्डी बरार से। गोल्डी बरार कौन है? गोल्डी बरार वो शख्स है जो लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग को कनाडा में बैठकर चला रहा है,
जो लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग को कनाडा में बैठकर चला रहा है। तो कहीं ना कहीं अब इसके तार कनाडा से भी जुड़ते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं और यही वजह है कि एनआईए भी अब इस पूरे मामले को इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रही है। एनआईए की 4 सदस्यीय टीम बनाई गई है जो कि बहुत जल्द जयपुर जाएगी। सुखदेव जहां पर हत्या की गई, जिस कमरे में हत्या की गई, घर में घुसकर उसका पूरा एनालाइज करेगी, वहां से तमाम जो एविडेंस है उसको कलेक्ट एनआईए करेगी। लेकिन कनाडा से तार इसलिए भी जुड़ रहे हैं क्योंकि लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग राजस्थान में अपनी पकड़ बनाना चाहता है और उसके लिए सबसे बड़ा मोहरा था रोहित गोदार, और रोहित गोदार को ही संपर्क किया गया। हालांकि जो 2 शूटर्स इसमें शामिल हुए, जिसमें रोहित और नितिन फौजी नाम जिनका शामिल है, वो दोनों अभी फरार चल रहे हैं। आपको बता दें कि एसआईटी का गठन इस पूरे मामले में राजस्थान पुलिस ने कर लिया है। साथ ही एडीजी क्राइम के जरिए एक अलग से टीम बनाई गई है जो कि इन दोनों शूटर्स को पकड़ने के लिए लगाई गई है। लेकिन जिस तरीके से कनाडा के इसके तार जुड़ते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं, कहीं ना कहीं अब वो जांच एजेंसियों के लिए एक बड़ा मैसेज भी है कि कैसे गैंगस्टर्स कनाडा में बैठकर, विदेशों में बैठकर पाकिस्तान लिंक और दुबई का लिंक का इस्तेमाल करके भारत के अंदर इस तरीके की गतिविधियों को अंजाम दे रहे हैं, अपने ग्रुप को एक्सपेंड करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। और यही कारण है कि अब इसको देखकर एनआईए भी अलर्ट मोड पर है और वो हर कोशिश कर रही है ताकि इस पूरे लिंक को कहीं ना कहीं तोड़ने की कोशिश की जाए। आपको बता दें कि इससे पहले अजमेर जेल में रोहित गोदार रहा है। हालांकि लॉरेंस बिश्नोई से भी बात करने की बात इसमें सामने आ रही है कि जेल में बैठा लॉरेंस बिश्नोई से उसकी बात कराई गई। इन सभी लिंक्स पर अब जांच एजेंसी काम करती हुई नजर आ रही है। और जिस तरीके से गोल्डी बरार, आप रोहित गोदार की जितने भी पोस्ट देखेंगे उस पोस्ट में नीचे वो हैशटैग लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गोल्डी बरार लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग का जिक्र करता हुआ नजर आता है। तो इसी तरीके से जांच एजेंसियां अब इस बात को खंगाल रही है, ये पूरा चेन जो है जो कि कनाडा से ऑपरेट किया जा रहा है और देश में इस तरीके के क्राइम्स को एक्सपेंड करने की कोशिश की जा रही है, उस चेन को खंगालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, किस तरीके से ये लोग बात कर रहे हैं। और सबसे बड़ी चुनौती अभी जांच एजेंसियों के सामने इसी तरीके की है कि कैसे जेल में बैठकर ये गैंग जो है वो ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं। इस लिंक को तोड़ने की कोशिश है और यही कारण है कि राजस्थान पुलिस, एडीजी क्राइम राजस्थान की केस को मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं और पैरेलल इन्वेस्टिगेशन इस मामले की एनआईए कर रही है, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से गोल्डी बरार और कनाडा का लिंक इसमें सामने आ रहा है उसको देखते हुए दोनों एजेंसी अपनी पैरेलल जांच करती हुई नजर आ रही है। जी
Jatin, thank you very much for joining us. So, Jatin, taking us through the new links that have emerged to this murder case. We also have spoken to Gogameri's lawyer, Sukhdev Singh, who said that they had demanded security for him before his murder, but also they now want enhanced security for the family.
देखिए, अभी परिवार ने एफआईआर दर्ज की है, पुलिस वालों ने उसकी रिसीव्ड देकर एफआईआर दर्ज कर ली, ऐसा बताया है। इसमें 3 तरह के आरोपी हैं। पहला आरोपी जिन्होंने किराए के गुंडों की तरह एक्ट किया, फायर किया, और दूसरे आरोपी वो जिन्होंने ये सारी घटना कराई। तीसरे आरोपी वो जिसमें सुखदेव सिंह जी ने अपनी सुरक्षा के लिए लिखा था। पंजाब पुलिस ने और एटीएस ने ये कहा था कि इनको जान का खतरा है, इनकी मौत होने वाली है, हत्या होने वाली है। इसके बावजूद राजस्थान के गृह मंत्री यानी मुख्यमंत्री जो थे और जो आईपीएस अफसर जिनको ये पता था कि हत्या होने वाली है, उन्होंने इंतजार किया कि जब तक हत्या नहीं हो जाए तब तक उन अपराधियों को, हत्यारों को सहूलियत उपलब्ध कराई। इस प्रकार से इस पूरी घटना की एफआईआर दर्ज हुई है।
सर, घटना जो हुई कल तकरीबन 12:30 बजे के आसपास हुई, इतना 30 घंटे का वक्त, लंबा वक्त क्यों लगा?
सवाल यह है कि जिसके घर का सदस्य जाता है वह जानता है कि उसके साथ क्या बीती है। आज उनकी पत्नी जो एफआईआर दर्ज कराई है, कल वो खुद इस हालत में नहीं थी जो सोच समझ सके, उनके खुद के ड्रिप चढ़ रही थी, वो बीमार थी, और आज जो है एफआईआर दर्ज हुई है।
सर, ये जो केस है इसके अंदर जो 7 कंडीशंस हमने सुने कि 7 कंडीशंस दिए गए हैं, उन 7 कंडीशंस को मान लिया गया है?
देखिए, वो उनके परिवार की सुरक्षा को लेकर, उनके जो अन्य डिमांड थी उन सब डिमांड को लेकर के दिया गया है। अभी चीज़ें चल रही है उसमें, अभी जो लगभग मान ली जा गई है ऐसी बात कही गई है। और वो डिमांड अलग चीज़ है, कानूनी कार्रवाई अलग चीज़ है। जो लोग जेल में होने चाहिए, जिन्होंने षड्यंत्र किया, उसमें न्यायिक जांच भी एक मांग है, जिसमें हाईकोर्ट जज लेवल के व्यक्ति जो है वो जांच करेंगे। ऐसा अंतिम रूप से सवाल इतना सा है कि राजस्थान का हर एक नागरिक डरा हुआ है। अगर देश विदेश में विख्यात व्यक्ति श्री सुखदेव सिंह गोगामेडी की हत्या घर में घुसकर हो सकती है, फायर हो सकता है, तो इसका मतलब राजस्थान का कोई भी नागरिक सुरक्षित नहीं है।
आखिरी सवाल, अब तक जो है इस केस के अंदर 2 लोगों को अरेस्ट किया जा चुका है, क्या लगता है आपको इस पूरी जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन की प्रोसेस है उसको किस तरह देखते हैं?
सवाल यह है कि ये जिनको पकड़ा गया है इससे इतिश्री नहीं हो सकती। इस मामले में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय आतंकवादी इन्वॉल्व है, इसलिए इस मामले की जांच एनआईए द्वारा की जानी चाहिए। कानून भी यही कहता है और हमारी मांग भी है कि एनआईए जांच करे और जांच करके उन सब लोगों का भी खुलासा करे जिन्होंने जानबूझकर सिक्योरिटी नहीं दी और इस हत्यारों को सहूलियत उपलब्ध कराई कि वो मार सके।
All right. Right now, of course, we have also managed to get your report from outside the Karni Sena chief's residence.
Standing outside Sukhdev Singh Gogameri's residence. So what has happened yesterday, and the entire nation was shocked when 3 men entered inside his house to meet him, and then after 10 minutes of time, when they started to have a sip of tea, at that time 2 men just take out the gun and started shooting him. And after that, what has happened that everyone was shocked that Sukhdev Singh got shot down, and then he was killed, and then when he was brought to hospital, then he was declared dead over there. So right now what has happened, the fresh development in the case is that 2 men have been arrested and who have been identified as Rohit Rathor, who is from Rajasthan, Makrana only, and another person who has been identified as Nitin Fauji, who is from Haryana's Mahendragarh. So right now what we know so far, that in this gory incident, 2 people have died so far and 3 have been injured. Apart from Gogamedi, 3 other persons have been injured. One is Ajit Singh, who is Gogamedi's guard. He's also critical right now. He's in ICU and the treatment is going on. Apart from Ajit Singh, Narendra Singh, who is Gogamedi's PSO, he has also got several injuries and his treatment is also going on. When that unfortunate incident took place, one of the passerby who was just riding a scooty has also got injured, and then later on he died in that unfortunate incident. So right now what we have been told by the officials, that the postmortem has not been done yet and the official procedures are being done to return the body to Gogamedi's family members. With video journalist Arnab Akil for Republic TV from Jaipur.
All right, so there are new linkages that are emerging in this particular case. We are told that the police is closely involved in investigating the link to the Lawrence Bishnoi gang in this murder. So there is a new murder angle that is emerging to this. The people who actually shot him have believed to be on the payrolls of the Lawrence Bishnoi gang and carried out this murder. Now, after the election drubbing, the Congress party is in damage control mode. Rahul Gandhi has spoken to Mamata Banerjee after she decided to skip a key India Alliance meeting. Now, do remember, just a few days after the election results came out, the Congress had called for this extremely important meeting of the India Alliance. Now, several of the alliance partners did turn up. However, Mamata Banerjee decided to skip the meeting. She said that she had other preoccupations and could not attend the meeting. So that, of course, was seen an indication of the rift that is there between the opposition bloc of the India Alliance. Now we are, of course, learning that Rahul Gandhi trying to mend that rift and has spoken to Mamata Banerjee. Let's go across to Mr. Poonawalla, who now joins us on the broadcast. Shehzad Poonawalla, good morning. Obviously, the Congress party in not really in a fighting position over here, having essentially to plead with the allies that they have managed to bring under the umbrella of the India Alliance. But Shehzad, there are way too many contradictions that are there for this alliance to actually function.
Well, you see, before the election results were out, the kind of arrogance the Congress party had, what they told Akhilesh Yadav, Akhilesh, and the kind of denial of seats that they did. And now after they've got a drubbing in the 3-state election results, now Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Congress party has obviously started an INDI Jodo Yatra because nobody wants to partner or continue to partner with the Congress. Even before this, we have seen AAP versus Congress in Punjab and Delhi. We've seen Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary versus TMC in Bengal. We've seen Kerala in Communist Party versus Congress Party down south in Kerala. We've seen how Tamil Nadu and Karnataka governments are fighting against each other. And we've obviously seen how in Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, Akhilesh is against the Congress Party, calling them Chalu and Chirkut. So now, after having realized that, 2024 seems to be a very difficult task for the Congress to do on its own, now Mr. Rahul Gandhi is trying to reach out and do damage control. But the fact is that they have insulted their own allies so many times by saying that these people have no say or stake in state assembly elections. And I think the allies also now will demand their pound of flesh from the Congress. So this is all about commission, position, ambition, and their own situation, not about mission and vision for the country. This is the state of their I.N.D.I.A. alliance.
Thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast. So there you have it, the BJP saying that obviously Rahul Gandhi is having to plead with his allies to come and attend these meetings. The Congress has constantly been in a huddle after that debacle in the 3 Hindi heartland states.
Side, please, side. Sir, Ravindra. Side.
Of course, the Prime Minister has been felicitated for the emphatic victory of the BJP in the 3 states.
We are now contributing about 5 to 6% of global growth. China is contributing upwards of 25 to 30. We need to get into double-digit contribution in terms of global growth. How can we quicken the pace?
It's not where India will go. India will go up, I have no doubt. If today the Chinese economy has done very well, they started opening up 12 years before we did. I don't think the name of the game is competing with China. The name of this game is to lift. Look, the Millennium Development Goals did well because China lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. The Sustainable Development Goals will do well because India will do well, and because India will do well, the SDGs will do well. That is the latest story.
And here's a look at other top news this morning. The Yogi Adityanath government on Wednesday sacked several officials charged with misuse of power, negligence in work and corruption. Sources have said Consolidation Officer Anuj Saxena of Muzaffarnagar was amongst those dismissed from service for not discharging his duties. An incident of fire was reported on the Bhubaneswar-Howrah Jan Shatabdi Express at Cuttack station this morning. The fire was brought under control by fire service personnel. The cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained. Delhi's air quality index has reached the very poor category in multiple areas. The official data recorded an AQI of 340 in Anand Vihar, 315 in Ashok Vihar, 307 in ITU in Delhi and 332 in Jahangirpuri. A petrol pump in Mallikarjun area remains inundated and deserted as the Chennai city continues to reel under massive waterlogging, facing a flood-like situation. The Indian Railways has cancelled 15 trains from the 7th of December due to torrential rains and waterlogging in Chennai. This development came after several other trains were cancelled, including the Tirunelveli-Chennai Egmore Vande Bharat special. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Rwanda, Vincent Biruta, has arrived in India for an official visit to further enhance ties between the two nations. The National Security Advisor Ajit Doval arrived in Mauritius to participate in the 6th NSA level meeting of the Colombo Security Conclave. The Colombo Security Conclave comprises India, Sri Lanka and the Maldives. The I.N.D.I.A Foundation is committed to supporting persons with disabilities through livelihood opportunities. Since 2014, the I.N.D.I.A Group has been dedicated to mainstreaming differently abled people through their Swavalambam project by supporting them in their journey towards self-reliance. Jeet Adani, the director of the I.N.D.I.A Group, said that as society, each one of us should contribute to this cause, and I pledge to contribute wholeheartedly to this mission. The I.N.D.I.A Foundation worked in alignment with APSES and 20 other companies. As a result, 111 candidates received job and 50 candidates received equipment support. Well, the Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin of the United States has welcomed his Ukrainian counterpart to the Pentagon for bilateral talks Wednesday. The U.S. administration announced a $175 million package of military aid to Ukraine. Republicans blocked the emergency spending bill to fund the war in Ukraine, demanding strict new border restrictions in exchange.
Today, we'll build on our important conversations in Kyiv. And we'll discuss Ukraine's strategic goals for the coming year and a long-term vision for a future force. To support Ukraine's immediate needs, I am announcing our 52nd drawdown of equipment and services from U.S. stocks. This package includes additional munitions for air defense, artillery and tank weapons, and small arms munition. Now, at today's important Defense Industrial Base Summit, we discuss ways to strengthen partnerships among Ukraine and the U.S. defense industry. And all this just underscores America's commitment to a free and sovereign Ukraine.
We welcome and encourage U.S. defense businesses which want to open repair shops for their equipment, maybe manufacturing facilities in Ukraine, by directing the Development Finance Corporation to start offering these businesses debt financing and insurance. We also are in dialogue in between Ukraine and US and other countries on regard to vision of improving scaling the process for inventions in the defense sector. Dear Secretary, once again, we would like to thank on behalf of the armed forces, which today we salute men and women in uniform for the all comprehensive assistance that the United States is doing to us. Thank you.
You are with Republic TV, and on the other side, an all-out war in the India alliance after the Congress's three-state rout. And top sources say allies are piling pressure on the Congress, set a deadline for seat-sharing talks.
एयरपोर्ट लोग ऐसे जाते हैं जैसे बस से पहले जाते थे. इट इज अमेजिंग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. आई वांट यू टू टेल पीपल कितने लोग हमारे देश में आज प्लेन से ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं और वो संख्या पहले क्या थी.
तो जो क्रांति और रेवोल्यूशन भारत में हो रहा है, केवल हब पे नहीं हो रहा, लेकिन स्पोक पे भी हो रहा है. छोटे छोटे शहरों में भी हो रहा है. आपके मेट्रो के जो एयरपोर्ट्स हैं, जो बड़े बड़े शहर, आज 21 करोड़ की हमारी क्षमता है उन एयरपोर्ट्स की. अगले 5 साल के अंदर ये 40 करोड़ तक क्षमता जाएगी. अगले साल जेवर का एयरपोर्ट शुरू होगा. अगले साल नवी मुंबई का एयरपोर्ट शुरू होगा. पिछले वर्ष गोवा में 2 एयरपोर्ट्स बन चुके हैं और 2030 तक 15 ऐसे शहर होंगे इस देश के अंदर जहां एक एयरपोर्ट नहीं लेकिन 2-2 एयरपोर्ट बनेंगे.
रिपब्लिक
Prime Minister Modi is felicitated by BJP leaders post a historic win in the 3 states. Sources suggest discussion is underway on the chief ministerial faces, announcement expected soon. Revanth Reddy is set to take oath as the Chief Minister of Telangana in Hyderabad today. And all-out war in the India alliance after the Congress's 3-state rout. The TMC skips the meeting called by the Congress. Top sources say that allies are piling a deadline for seat-sharing talks. Day 2 of Rajasthan Bandh over the Karni Sena chief Goswami's murder in Jaipur.
माननीय श्री राकेश सिंह जी मध्य प्रदेश के सीधी संसदीय निर्वाचित क्षेत्र से निर्वाचित, माननीय श्रीमती रीता पाठक जी मध्य प्रदेश के होशंगाबाद संसदीय क्षेत्र से निर्वाचित, माननीय श्री उदय प्रताप सिंह जी छत्तीसगढ़ के रायगढ़ संसदीय निर्वाचन क्षेत्र से निर्वाचित, माननीय श्रीमती गोमती साय छत्तीसगढ़ के विलासपुर संसदीय क्षेत्र से निर्वाचित, माननीय अरुण साव। मैंने इन सदस्यों के त्यागपत्र को दिनांक 6 दिसंबर 2023 से स्वीकार कर लिया गया है। प्रश्नकाल 61 श्रीमती संगीता आजाद।
धन्यवाद सर। क्वेश्चन नंबर 61।
माननीय मंत्री जी,
उत्तर सभा पटल पे रखा गया।
माननीय सदस्य।
धन्यवाद अध्यक्ष जी।
मैं सभी माननीय सदस्यों से आग्रह करूंगा कि वह अपना संक्षिप्त में सवाल पूछे। माननीय मंत्री जी से भी आग्रह वह संक्षिप्त में जवाब दें। मैं हर बार कहता हूं, बार बार आग्रह करता हूं, मुझे लगता है कि इस बार मेरे आग्रह को स्वीकार करेंगे।
जो साइक्लोन के कारण जिसको कठिनाई हुआ है और जो दुखद घटना घटे है उसके लिए संवेदना प्रकट की है और उनके फैमिली के लिए भी उन्होंने संवेदना प्रकट किया है और 3 राज्यों के साथ मिजोरम और तेलंगाना में भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी का जो स्ट्रेंथ है, बल है, बहुत गुना बढ़ चुका है। मल्टीपल टाइम्स आवर स्ट्रेंथ हैज इम्प्रूव्ड along with Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, where we have won with a comfortable margin, but whereas at the same time Bharatiya Janata Party has improved its strength in Mizoram and Telangana also in many folds. Telangana और छत्तीसगढ़ में भी, तेलंगाना और मिजोरम में भी हमारा बल वृद्धि हुआ, बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में वृद्धि हुआ है और 3 राज्यों में हमने सरकार हमारे लोगों ने चुन चुका है और सरकार बनाया जा रहा है। और एक इंटरेस्टिंग आंकड़ा माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी हम सबके सामने आज रखा है, वो है इस देश में 40 बार कांग्रेस पार्टी को जब वो सरकार में रहते हुए चुनाव फेस करना पड़ा और कांग्रेस पार्टी का राज्यों में 40 बार जब कांग्रेस पार्टी सरकार में थी तब चुनाव फेस किया और दोबारा मैंडेट मांगने का कोशिश किया, लेकिन उसमें सिर्फ 7 बार कांग्रेस पार्टी यशस्वी है, ओनली 7 टाइम्स, 18%। जहां तक भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सवाल है, 39 टाइम्स हमको दोबारा मैंडेट मांगने का एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला। सरकार में रहते हुए दूसरी बार मैंडेट मांगने का हमको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला। उसमें हम 22 टाइम्स सक्सेस हुआ है। उसका अर्थ 56% है। कांग्रेस पार्टी का 18% है। रीजनल पार्टी का उनको 36 बार सरकार में रहते हुए मैंडेट फिर से मांगने का अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला। उसमें 18 बार ही उनका एसएस मिला है, सक्सेस मिला है, वो है 50%। मैं रिपीट करता हूं, कांग्रेस सरकार में रहते हुए 40 बार उन लोगों ने रिपीट मैंडेट का कोशिश की, लेकिन वो सक्सेस हुआ 7 टाइम्स, ओनली 18%। बीजेपी 39 टाइम प्रयास किया सरकार में रहते हुए रिपीट मैंडेट के लिए, 22 टाइम हम सक्सेस हुआ है, 56%। रीजनल पार्टीज 36 बार उनको एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला कि फिर से मैंडेट मांगने का, वो 18 बार सक्सेस हुआ है, वो 50% है।
ये कब से कर रहा था?
ये पूरा स्वतंत्र भारत से, जब से राज्यों में 50%। ये प्रधानमंत्री बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग आंकड़ा हमारे सामने रखा है। बीजेपी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन चलाने के लिए, जनता के हित के लिए बीजेपी सरकार का सबसे पसंदी पार्टी, भारत के सबसे पसंद पार्टी ऐसे माना जाता है। ये आंकड़े प्रूव होता है। और 3rd टाइम कांग्रेस को 14 बार सक्सेस मिला है। 3rd टाइम के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी को 59%, हमको 17 बार मौका मिला 3rd टाइम मैंडेट मांगने के लिए। हमने 10 बार सक्सेस हुआ है, दैट इज 59%। कांग्रेस पार्टी को 14%। रीजनल पार्टी को 15 बार ऐसे मौका मिला था तीसरे बार मैंडेट कर मांगने के लिए सरकार में रहते हुए, उनको 9 बार रिपीट हुआ, तो वो भी बहुत कम परसेंटेज है। तो इसलिए ओवरऑल भारतीय जनता पार्टी का पॉलिटिकल डायरेक्शन शुरुआत से ही बहुत बढ़िया है, और शुरुआत से ही लोग भारतीय जनता पार्टी का पसंद किया है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर विश्वास जताया है। और इस जीत का भी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी सारे कार्यकर्ताओं को, उन्होंने उसका श्रेय का जो योगदान है उसमें कार्यकर्ता को ही मैं इसका श्रेय देता हूं, ऐसे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा। उसके साथ ही साथ जो शुरुआत से भारतीय जनसंघ से आज तक जो भी त्याग बलिदान पार्टी के लिए दिया है, वो स्वर्ग में बैठ के हमको आशीर्वाद दे रहा है ये जीत के लिए, वो भी कारण बहुत बड़ा महत्व कारण है, ये माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है। और ये सब हमको एक बहुत बड़ा प्रेरणा देने का बात है। और जैसे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री पहले भी कहा है, शुरुआत के दिन नारी, युवा, किसान और गरीब, ये सिर्फ 4 जाति है देश में, वही जाति, उनके साथ हमको न्याय करना है, उनका समग्र विकास के लिए काम करना है। ये भी कॉल माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने दिया है। विकसित भारत संकल्प यात्रा में सबको भाग लेने के लिए, सैचुरेशन जाने के लिए माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कॉल किया है। और बाकी बहुत चीज कहा है, जब भी मौका मिलेगा फिर से आपसे हम लोग बात करेंगे। थैंक यू।
एक रीजनल पार्टीज ने जो बोला कि तीसरी बार जो जीते हैं 36 में से 28।
All right, news just coming in an ongoing Maharashtra winter session. The Maharashtra government will be revealing the names of officers under the special investigation team who will investigate the death of Disha Salian. Let's go across to Alicia, who joins us on the phone line. She has more details. Alicia, good morning. Tell us more, please.
So yes, we know that there is a Maharashtra session which has been ongoing, and what we know that in a Disha Salian death case where the Maharashtra government is going to disclose the panel of the investigator We know the special investigation team that was already formed last year in the month of December, but the names was not revealed. Even the fact Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis made it very much clear that the police have been taking the statement. They are recording the statement, but we cannot disclose more information on it. But now it will be Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde who is going to reveal the names of the probe officer in the assembly. And the top sources has said that it will be Special CP Devendra Bharti who is going to lead the investigation. So it is very important to see who will be involved in the probe investigator, who all will be investigating the case. But it has clearly been mentioned and also been said that it will be Special Commissioner of Police Devendra Bharti who is going to lead the investigation. And there are other senior officer who is also going to look into this matter. We know this where as far as the Maharashtra government is concerned, they have already mentioned that the police is been investigating the death of Disha Salian, but the case has not been closed is what been mentioned by Devendra Fadnavis in June 2023. The case which has been about Disha Salian, who was a former manager of late actor Sushant Singh Rajput and allegedly died by suicide by jumping off from a high-rise building in Malad area on June 8, 2020. This was right a few days before the Sushant Singh Rajput death case. But as far as the Maharashtra government is concerned, they have clearly mentioned that primary evidence has been gathered and they are just ascertaining the credibility of the evidence that has been gathered. And also we know that Maharashtra government made it a clear appeal to the people that if they have some evidence, they should come up with the officers as well. But now what we know that the SIT which was formed, now the names of the officer will be revealed by Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde in the ongoing assembly.
So obviously, Alisha, this is something that is likely to see some more investigation into the case and perhaps into the root cause of what led to her death.
Well, of course, there are many of the evidence that has been come across and even the police is still recording the statement. But what is important to know and the demand that has been made by the Bharatiya Janata Party clearly mentioning there are some of the involvement of the leaders from Mahavikas Aghadi and there are some of the evidence which has also been come up after which the police has been intensifying the investigation. And even last year when the SIT was formed in December 2022, when Devendra Fadnavis has made it announced the setting up of an SIT to probe Disha Salian death case, but the officer names were not revealed, and that was something that has been asked by the petition that has also been given. There are many of the applications that has been given to the Maharashtra government office. But now what we know, the top sources has informed that the Maharashtra government is going to reveal the name of the officer who is going to probe under the special investigation team. More likely it will be Devendra Fadnavis, who is a special commissioner of police, who is going to lead the investigation.
All right. Alisha, of course, is continuing to bring us the latest on this. Alisha, if you could take us back through the details of the case and also the evidence that has been gathered so far.
Well, there are statements which has been recorded and many of the people have come up with the evidence, but it is the police who has been looking into the credibility of the evidence that has been gathered, and soon there will be now the SIT under the senior police officer who is going to look into the matter, and many of the leaders will be under the scrutiny. But what we know in this case so far, that it was also Aditya Thackeray who has filed an application of a petition before the Bombay High Court. He has filed an interim petition in the PIL seeking CBI probe into the death case of Disha Salian. But what we know that he has clearly asked, and according to the application, whether PIL It says that it lacks any element of public interest and has been filed as a tool to settle public grudges and propagate. But the hearing is soon going to be commenced in the Bombay High Court, and we have to see what even the court is, because there were several of PRs that was filed asking to hand over the case to the CBI. Rather the fact the Maharashtra government is ready. We know when Mahavikas Aghadi was in government, it was they have clearly mentioned that the Mumbai police is going to investigate the case and not given to the CBI. But now the Maharashtra government is very much, they want to give the justice to the family of Disha Salian, and they made it very much clear that we are ready to give it to CBI if the public asks for it, if the people is asking for it, but it will also the special investigation team under the leadership of the senior police officer who is going to investigate, and they are going to check the credibility of the evidence that has been gathered by the police. And still there are statements who has been recorded, the case has not been closed. This was clearly been mentioned by Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis in the House as well. There were several demands. It was Nitish Rane who has brought up the issue, clearly asking for the justice and for the family of Disha Salian, and made it very much clear in the House as well that Maharashtra government should come forward with the new development, because it's the people who have been asking about the case of Disha Salian as well as the Sushant Singh Rajput. We know that Sushant Singh Rajput, that case is being investigated by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and the investigation is still ongoing. But now we know that the SIT, which has been formed in December 2022 by the Maharashtra government, has now, the names will be revealed who is going to be the officer, and this is to be happened during this winter session, ongoing Maharashtra Assembly winter session.
Now, Alisha, it's been nearly a year since the setting up the special investigation team. I think it was in December last year that Devendra Fadnavis had announced the formation of the special investigation team. We are told, of course, that perhaps this investigation team has already gathered some evidence, and the investigation is going to be continuing with the Chief Minister also now stepping in.
Well, yes, of course. We know that the Chief Minister itself, because there are several demands that has been made, and there were several applications that was even been given to the Chief Minister's office asking to reveal the names of the officer who is going to investigate, because it's something, a PR that has been constantly filed, whether it is before the Bombay High Court or whether the application has been given to the Maharashtra government as well. But now what we know from our sources, the top sources who has informed that now the Maharashtra government and the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde itself who is going to reveal the name of the officer, most likely it will be Special CP Deven Bharti. But we know that last year when Devendra Fadnavis in the State Assembly had mentioned that the government will form a special investigation team to probe the case of Disha Salian. And this was after BJP MLA Nitish Rane, who demanded that there should be a narco test to be conducted on Aditya Thackeray. Right after that, it was the SIT that was the order that was given up by the Maharashtra government, and then the SIT was formed, but they haven't revealed what the evidence that has been given to be seen. But we know that Fadnavis has made it very much clear, and he also revealed there are primary evidence that has been gathered in actor as well as Disha Salian's case. But as of now, the case is a very crucial, and the update, he has update pertaining to the investigation, and he mentioned that the initial information available about Sushant Singh Rajput as well as Disha Salian, there are more of the evidence that has been gathered by the people as well, and more CCTVs as well as the mobile tower which has been come across the Mumbai police. But there are authorities as well who have been reached out to the individuals, and we know that even the police as well as the Maharashtra government has requested that they can submit the evidence to the police for examination. But what we know that there are some credibility of the presented evidence. is been thoroughly they have been looking into it. They are investigating as a part of an ongoing investigation. But Devendra Fadnavis also threw light on how crucial it was to note that the investigation is still in progress and refrain from giving any other updates. But he claimed that the authority are diligently working to gather all relevant information and facts before drawing any conclusion. So now CM is going to disclose the investigation team who is going to be, and it will be very interesting to know, because here is what we know, that the senior police officials who is going to be investigate the case, Disha Salian death case, where the SIT has already been formed last year, but now the police has been constantly taking the statement. They are recording the statement. Not only this, but there are some of the evidence that has been transpired, and now they are also checking the credibility of all the evidence. But now Maharashtra government is going to reveal the name of the special officers who are the senior officers who is going to investigate the case in the day or so.
Alisha, we are hearing that Devendra Bharti is going to be leading the team that will be probing the exact reason for Disha Salian's death. But take us back to the time that this death was reported. Of course, the timing in this is extremely crucial, because she died just 6 days before SSR's death.
Yes, it was Disha Salian, who was a former manager of late actor Sushant Singh Rajput, which is allegedly committed suicide by jumping from a high-rise building in Mumbai's Malad area on June 8, 2020. This was being mentioned by then Mahavikas Aghadi government, and they have been investigating into the same case as a suicide as well. But there were many of the evidence that has been transpired clearly mentioned that this could not be a suicide but a murder. And now intensifying the case and the investigation, which has been ongoing since 3 years now. We know that Maharashtra government led by Eknath Shinde as well as Devendra Fadnavis, who said that the justice will be delivered to the family, and there are people, the crore of people who have been asking to justice for Disha Salian as well as for Sushant Singh Rajput. But as far as Sushant Singh Rajput, the death case is concerned, we know that Central Bureau of Investigation, who's been investigating into the case, there are several evidence as well as the statement that has been recorded. We'll wait for the official statement that will come in from the CBI as far as Sushant Singh death case is concerned. But we know that the Disha Salian death case is being probed by the Mumbai police, and it is now the special investigation team is being formed. There are several of the evidence that has been transpired, that has come across, and now there will be many of the leaders as well, is what we have been told, that there are many of the leaders from Mahavikas Aghadi are under the radar. They are going to be questioned, but we'll just wait for an official statement.
All right, Alisha Nair, of course, continuing to bring us the latest links, the latest news that is emerging out of this case. It does appear that there has been some movement in the case, and the Chief Minister is likely to name the person who will be heading the SIT. Devendra Fadnavis last year announced the formation of an SIT into this case. Alisha, continuing to be with us. Alisha, for the benefit of our viewers, take us through the various twists and turns that this case essentially has seen. We've also, of course, seen a lot of political maneuvering around it.
Well, yes, this came after the application that has been filed by Aditya Thackeray, clearly asking that the court should not give an order for the CBI until and unless they hear the other party, that is Aditya Thackeray. He has given an interim application before the court, and this was after the PR that was filed before the Bombay High Court, clearly asking, clearly requesting the court to order for the Central Bureau of Investigation to investigate the Disha Salian case as well. After which it was Aditya Thackeray's lawyer who has given an interim letter before the court, and the court is going to hear the matter very soon. But what we know that now where the many
All right, we seem to have lost that audio connection with our correspondent Disha Nair over there. We're going to try and get her back in just a bit, but it does appear that there has been movement forward in this particular case. We're now learning that the Chief Minister is likely to announce the name of the person who will be leading the special investigation team that is going to be looking into this case. Top sources have told Republic TV that the Maharashtra government will declare the names of the panel of investigators. You're watching Republic TV. We slip into a very short break. On the other side, we'll continue to bring you the latest of what's happened in the Disha Salian case.
We are already seeing the potential of artificial intelligence to drastically alter every aspect of our life. There is no doubt at all that AI is all persuasive and is manifesting itself in millions of ways, in search, in games, in education, in research, in autonomous mobility, in driverless transport.
All right, just going back to the big story that we were tracking in the ongoing Maharashtra session of the Maharashtra winter session, we are told that the Chief Minister is going to be announcing the name of the people who will be in the probe panel that is investigating the Disha Salian case. Now, do remember that in December of last year, Devendra Fadnavis had announced the formation of a special investigation team to look into the death of Disha Salian. Sources suggest that the Maharashtra Chief Minister I.N.D.I.A will now reveal the names of the officers in the assembly. These are officers who will be investigating the case further. What we are given to understand is that Special CP Devendra Bharti is likely to be spearheading this investigation. I'm going to try and go across to Alicia on the phone line for more details. Sandeep will also be joining us live. Alicia, are you there with us? All right, I think we've got Sandeep live with us right now. Let's go to him. Sandeep, please give us more details of what you are hearing in terms of the investigation that will now be headed by a special CP. Anything more that you can share with us?
See, as far as Disha Salian case is concerned, her body was found in a suspicious situation in 2020, and in fact this happened when MVA government was in power, and in fact since then there were several demands from Bharatiya Janata Party leaders and the MLAs like Nitesh Rane who had in fact demanded an SIT probe into this matter and to investigate Aditya Thackeray's role in this very case. Now in the same sequence, remember Devendra Fadnavis had assured SIT probe in the last assembly session, and now it is being said that a DIG level officer will be heading the SIT that will be in fact formed, and there will be 4 to 5 more such senior officials who will be investigating this matter. As far as sources are concerned, it is being said that the special CP of Mumbai Police, Mr. Devendra Bharti, will be in fact monitoring this very investigation, but it will be crucial to see.
Sandeep, I'm just going to come back to you in a bit. Mr. Rane is joining us on the phone line right now. Mr. Rane, good morning. How do you see these new developments? Of course, we're given to understand that the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is likely to name the people who will be part of this special investigation panel. Now, it has been the focus of the Mumbai Police's investigation team.
It's a very good morning for all the Disha Salian and the Sushant Singh Rajput fans and everyone like us who've been wanting to give justice to both of them for the longest time, including your channel. Now, today that we are also hearing, or rather we've been updated after the SIT that was formed in December, announced by Mr. Devendra Fadnavis as the Home Minister. Now there is a next step that has been taken by the Maharashtra government, by the CM of Maharashtra and the DCM, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, is they are most probably going to declare who's going to lead the SIT and who's going to investigate people like Aditya Thackeray and other people who are involved in the entire murder of Disha Salian and Sushant Singh Rajput. So I think it's a very positive step. It's a big step, and it is quite risky that people like Aditya Thackeray are running around scot-free, who are the probable suspects in this entire case. They can be fiddling around with the evidences. They can pressurize the witness because he belongs from a powerful family in Maharashtra. So I think this is a very interesting step where he should be investigated ASAP because he's been running around for far too long. He needs to answer questions to everyone, including the investigating agencies. What was his involvement in the Disha Salian and Sushant Singh murder case? Where was he? Why were the CCTV camera deleted? Why were the certain witnesses been pressurized? Why was there? What was his tower location on the 8th and the 13th of June? So all these answers need to be answered by Aditya himself. So I think this is a very positive step, and we are eagerly waiting for the SIT to be announced and the probe and investigation to begin.
Right, Mr. Rane, of course, it's been really long, as you have been pointing out, that it's been years that you're waiting for justice for both the individuals who have died this way. And it's been 3.5 years that we have finally seen that there has been a movement. It's a big movement. But what do we expect from here on, sir, as we see that Mr. Shinde also has been proactive in this? Just recently we saw, and now also we are expecting that this case should be solved as soon as possible. What is it going to take, sir, according to you? Because both of the families of these individuals are waiting for justice.
See, I've been told by the people representing the government, because I personally have been following up with the case, is the heads of the government are very positive about taking this case to the logical end. As you see, Aditya Thackeray has been keeping mum about this entire case. He's not been talking about him, but that does not allow him to run away from what happened on the 8th of June night and on the 13th of June night. So he needs to answer question is why. There are so many politicians in Maharashtra, but why when Disha Salian and Sushant Singh Rajput's case comes up or it's mentioned, why is only Aditya Thackeray named, or why he's always the suspect? So he needs to answer. He cannot run away from these questions. He cannot hide away. He needs to answer. And I think with this SIT being formed and, the heads of the SIT being named, when the investigation begins, you remember during the Mahavikas Aghadi government, they had changed 2 investigation officers. Anyone and everyone who used to ask them questions about these particular cases, they either were arrested, they were harassed, like Mr. Arnab Goswami himself, we, like Mr. Rane, who's the central minister, me, and many others. They were harassed every time this case used to come up or this has to be mentioned, because we're just trying to give Sushant Singh and Disha Salian justice. If Aditya does not have anything to do with it, we do not know why is he getting so scared, why is he running away from the situation. If I would be in his place and if I had nothing to hide, I would ideally come out in public and I would say, I have nothing to hide. I would go ahead, go in front of any investigation agencies, and I would answer and I would tell them the fact where I was on the 8th of June night. There are certain petitions that are put in the court and the dates are expected soon. And what I am hearing from them is they have certain evidences, for example, the mobile tower locations of 8th night, and they are claiming that on the 8th of night, the mobile tower location that they have that clearly mentions Aditya, Disha Salian, Suraj Pancholi and few others. Their mobile tower locations were in the same place or the same location. So I think this itself is a big proof. So if these kind of things are coming out, so obviously Aditya Thackeray needs to answer and he needs to come out clean.
Right. Right. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Nitesh Rane, for joining us here at Republic TV with that reaction of yours. Of course, my colleague now Sandeep also joins us live from Mumbai. Sandeep, of course, as Mr. Rane was also pointing out, Republic TV has been relentless in its campaign, and the fight for justice for Disha Salian and, of course, Sushant Singh Rajput also continues. Here, this is a big movement coming in. Maharashtra government is very soon going to disclose who is going to be part of this panel. A DIG level officer will also be a part of this, will be heading the probe in all likelihood, what we understand right now. But what are you really expecting? How is it going to, pan out? Because I think in the middle of this year, we heard from Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. He said that the statements are still being recorded. I beg your pardon. They are still being recorded, and also now the fact that it is going to be an SIT probe, it is going to a much more advanced level. What do we expect from this, and how is it going to affect the people who have been named in this, like Aditya Thackeray?
See, as far as this case is concerned, it is very crucial to note one of the important point out here. As we discuss this issue, or as the SIT will be formed, or the officer will be in fact leading this whole investigation. On the other hand, a petition is also filed in Bombay High Court demanding the custodial interrogation of Aditya Thackeray. Now, not only Aditya Thackeray, that petition also names Suraj Pancholi Pancholi. That petition also names Dino Moria. That petition also names Kishori Pednekar, Anil Deshmukh and Uddhav Thackeray. Now these are the names who are in fact they have in fact asked the police or the court to give order to investigate these people and their roles. As far as the SIT is concerned, the SIT basic investigation will start whether the evidences at that point of time were hampered by someone or not. That would be the course of investigation. Whether the Panchanama of Disha Salian's body was done in a proper way or not, whether there was any changes being made in the post-mortem report of Disha Salian, that is something that would be in fact investigated. And as claimed by Nitesh Rane, that Aditya Thackeray's tower location should be investigated, as he claims that there were many people associated to Junior Thackere were present at the spot where Disha Salian took this step of suicide. So that would be the course of investigation, and if at all anything regarding the claims that have been in fact made by Nitesh Rane surfaces, definitely there are high chances that Aditya Thackere could be questioned by the Mumbai police in upcoming days, or the SIT could in fact summon Aditya Thackere if any such links surfaces in the investigation.
All right. Right. All right. It's of course a big thrust as far as this case is concerned. Viewers, this is the latest we have right now. If you're just tuning in, let us tell you that Maharashtra government will be disclosing the investigators panel as far as Disha Salian's death investigation is concerned. It's the Special Commissioner of Police, Deven Bharti, who will be spearheading the probe in Disha Salian's death. We'll get you more details also right now, viewers, but time now for a very, very short break. On the other side, news and updates will continue. On the other side, we'll get you more details on Disha Salian death case. We'll get you the details and what is to be expected from this investigation, as it's a massive movement that we are now witnessing as far as the probe is concerned. Stay tuned to Republic TV.
एयरपोर्ट लोग ऐसे जाते हैं जैसे बस से पहले जाते थे. इट इज अमेजिंग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. आई वांट यू टू टेल पीपल कितने लोग हमारे देश में आज प्लेन से ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं और वो संख्या पहले क्या थी.
तो जो क्रांति और रेवोल्यूशन भारत में हो रहा है, केवल हब पे नहीं हो रहा, लेकिन स्पोक पे भी हो रहा है. छोटे छोटे शहरों में भी हो रहा है. आपके मेट्रो के जो एयरपोर्ट्स हैं, जो बड़े बड़े शहर, आज 21 करोड़ की हमारी क्षमता है उन एयरपोर्ट्स की. अगले 5 साल के अंदर ये 40 करोड़ तक क्षमता जाएगी. अगले साल जेवर का एयरपोर्ट शुरू होगा. अगले साल नवी मुंबई का एयरपोर्ट शुरू होगा. पिछले वर्ष गोवा में 2 एयरपोर्ट्स बन चुके हैं और 2030 तक 15 ऐसे शहर होंगे इस देश के अंदर जहां एक एयरपोर्ट नहीं लेकिन 2-2 एयरपोर्ट बनने.
We are
At the BJP parliamentary meet, Prime Minister Modi was given a standing ovation and was felicitated over the Assembly polls victory. Here's a report on that. All right, time for a short break. On the other side, we get you the updates as there has been a big development in Disha Salian death investigation. Top sources are suggesting that Shinde government is going to disclose the names of investigators today. More details on the other side. Stay tuned to Republic TV.
एयरपोर्ट लोग ऐसे जाते हैं जैसे बस से पहले जाते थे. इट इज अमेजिंग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. आई वांट यू टू टेल पीपल कितने लोग हमारे देश में आज प्लेन से ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं और वो संख्या पहले क्या थी.
तो जो क्रांति और रेवोल्यूशन भारत में हो रहा है केवल हब पे नहीं हो रहा लेकिन स्पोक पे भी हो रहा है. छोटे छोटे शहरों में भी हो रहा है. आपके मेट्रो के जो एयरपोर्ट्स हैं, जो बड़े बड़े शहर, आज 21 करोड़ की हमारी क्षमता है उन एयरपोर्ट्स की. अगले 5 साल के अंदर ये 40 करोड़ तक क्षमता जाएगी. अगले साल जेवर का एयरपोर्ट शुरू होगा. अगले साल नवी मुंबई का एयरपोर्ट शुरू होगा. पिछले वर्ष गोवा में 2 एयरपोर्ट्स बन चुके हैं और 2030 तक 15 ऐसे शहर होंगे इस देश के अंदर जहां एक एयरपोर्ट नहीं लेकिन 2-2 एयरपोर्ट बनने.
Republic Business.
We are already seeing the potential of artificial intelligence to drastically alter every aspect of our life. There is no doubt at all that AI is all persuasive and is manifesting itself in millions of ways, in search, in games, in education, in research, in autonomous mobility, in driverless transportation, in drones, in warfare, in medicine, robotics, and even in personal counseling. As infrastructure builders, we have no alternative but to make sure that we leave no room to accommodate the demands that this massive expansion in capabilities will place on our nation in the years ahead. If we are to stay abreast of the world, or even better, get in front of the world,
दो एयरपोर्ट पर
Hello, very warm welcome. We are live and breaking on Republic TV. I'm Rakshita Mishra with you. Let's get started with all the top stories making headlines at this hour. Big development in Disha Salian death investigation. Top sources say Shinde government to disclose the names of investigators. Prime Minister receives a rousing welcome at BJP Parliamentary meeting after three-state clean sweep. After back-to-back meetings at 7 Lok Kalyan mark, sources say announcement on Chief Ministerial faces very soon. All-out war breaks out within INDI alliance. TMC skips the meeting, throws seat-sharing ultimatum. Congress now swings into damage control mode. Rahul Gandhi dials Mamata after flop show at meeting. Situation tense in Rajasthan over Sukhdev Singh Gogamedi's murder. Karni Sena hits the streets for a second day. All right, we start with the news coming in from Rajasthan. The Canada angle has now emerged. Karni Sena chief murder case, role of Lawrence Bishnoi gang under scanner. Of course, this angle emerged yesterday, how Lawrence Bishnoi gang is somewhere involved in this murder. But now the Canada angle is also under scanner. Rohit Rathore Makrana, you can see to the right of your screen, is the main accused in this case. He has been identified. That was the CCTV footage you can see to the left of your screens. That was the moment when the Karni Sena chief was murdered. Remember, this man who is shooting, he actually came along someone who was holding a meeting with the Karni Sena chief, and the assailants started firing at the guards, and after shooting at Karni Sena chief. Now, Republic TV has also spoken to Gogamedi's lawyer, Sukhdev Singh, who said that they have demanded security for Gogamedi's family since this incident. Let's take a listen in.
देखिए, अभी परिवार ने एफआईआर दर्ज की है, पुलिस वालों ने उसकी रिसीव्ड देकर एफआईआर दर्ज कर ली, ऐसा बताया है। इसमें 3 तरह के आरोपी हैं। पहला आरोपी जिन्होंने किराए के गुंडों की तरह एक्ट किया, फायर किया, और दूसरे आरोपी वो जिन्होंने ये सारी घटना कराई। तीसरे आरोपी वो जिसमें सुखदेव सिंह जी ने अपनी सुरक्षा के लिए लिखा था। पंजाब पुलिस ने और एटीएस ने यह कहा था कि इनको जान का खतरा है, इनकी मौत होने वाली है, हत्या होने वाली है। इसके बावजूद राजस्थान के गृह मंत्री यानी मुख्यमंत्री जो थे और जो आईपीएस अफसर जिनको ये पता था कि हत्या होने वाली है, उन्होंने इंतजार किया कि जब तक हत्या नहीं हो जाए तब तक उन अपराधियों को, हत्यारों को सहूलियत उपलब्ध कराई। इस प्रकार से इस पूरी घटना की एफआईआर दर्ज हुई है।
सर, घटना जो हुई कल तकरीबन 12:30 बजे के आसपास हुई, इतना 30 घंटे का वक्त, लंबा वक्त क्यों लगा?
सवाल यह है कि जिसके घर का सदस्य जाता है वह जानता है कि उसके साथ क्या बीती है। आज उनकी पत्नी जो एफआईआर दर्ज कराई है, कल वो खुद इस हालत में नहीं थी जो सोच समझ सके। उनके खुद के ड्रिप चढ़ रही थी, वो बीमार थी, और आज जो है एफआईआर दर्ज हुई है।
सर, ये जो केस है इसके अंदर जो 7 कंडीशंस हमने सुने कि 7 कंडीशंस दिए गए हैं, उन 7 कंडीशंस को मान लिया गया है क्या?
देखिए, वो उनके परिवार की सुरक्षा को लेकर, उनके जो अन्य डिमांड थी, उन सब डिमांड को लेकर के दिया गया है। अभी चीज़ें चल रही है उसमें, अभी जो लगभग मान ली जा गई है, ऐसी बात कही गई है। और वो डिमांड अलग चीज़ है, कानूनी कार्रवाई अलग चीज़ है। जो लोग जेल में होने चाहिए, जिन्होंने षड्यंत्र किया, उसमें न्यायिक जांच भी एक मांग है, जिसमें हाईकोर्ट जज लेवल के व्यक्ति जो है वो जांच करेंगे। ऐसा अंतिम रूप से सवाल इतना सा है कि राजस्थान का हर एक नागरिक डरा हुआ है। अगर देश विदेश में विख्यात व्यक्ति श्री सुखदेव सिंह गोगामेडी की हत्या घर में घुसकर हो सकती है, फायर हो सकता है, तो इसका मतलब राजस्थान का कोई भी नागरिक सुरक्षित नहीं है।
आखिरी सवाल, अब तक जो है इस केस के अंदर 2 लोगों को अरेस्ट किया जा चुका है, क्या लगता है आपको इस पूरी जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन की प्रोसेस है उसको किस तरह देखते हैं?
सवाल यह है कि ये जिनको पकड़ा गया है,
visits have substantially helped India standing in the globe. But sir, out of these 220 visits, only 6 visits have been made to Latin American countries. Brazil in May 22, and then Panama, Colombia, Guyana and Dominican Republic in April 23, and then Uruguay, Brazil in June 23. So why sir this important part of the globe is being neglected, particularly when China is making such deep inroads in Latin America? And I think we have much affinity and similarities between Latin America and India. So I think the Honourable Minister, I would like to hear from him what needs to be done to enhance this.
Honourable Minister.
Sir, I thank the Honourable Minister through you for the interest he has taken on Latin America. I would like to say that the visits he referred to are actually visits I have myself undertaken. In many cases, not the first ever visit by any foreign minister to Colombia, to Guyana, to the Dominican Republic and to Panama. I would like to assure the honourable member, sir, that government actually is very committed to developing our ties. One of the reasons why there have not been that many visits is obviously a matter of distance. But having said that, today our trade with Latin America is nearing $50 billion. We have a very significant flow of people there. There is a lot of services trade which is taking place in Latin America. We have also designated special conclaves for which Latin American delegations come here. So I would certainly be confident that we will see many more visits to Latin America, not just by me, but by my other ministerial colleagues as well.
Other ministers and constitutional functionaries.
Certainly, sir.
There was slight murmur because you addressed the honourable member as minister.
Oh.
But you are known to turn out prophetic. Shri Saket Gokhale.
Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity. On this question of foreign visits by union ministers, there is one question I would like to ask of the Honourable Minister through you, which is, on their foreign visits from 2020 till date, have any union ministers during their foreign visit attended events organized or meetings held by an organization called the Overseas Friends of the BJP, which is a unit of supporters of the Bharatiya Janata Party in different countries. So have any ministers attended events of the Overseas Friends of BJP? And if yes, on what grounds did they attend this event on an official foreign visit? Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister.
I am very confident that many ministers would have attended such functions. I have myself done so. And the reason why we have done so is when we go abroad, we meet members of the Indian community. It is part of our tradition. The Modi government values the Indian diaspora. We know that they make an enormous contribution to the image and to the profile that India has today. We treat all members of the community with respect, and if members of the community happen to belong to political parties or have political affiliations, that is a fact of life. But the primary purpose for which ministers go is official business. Ministers discharge their official responsibility fully, satisfactorily, and it is visible in the results of the foreign policy.
Shri Rakesh Sinha.
सभापति महोदय धन्यवाद। मैं मंत्री जी से जानना चाहता हूं कि केंद्रीय मंत्रियों का दुनिया के अनेक देशों में जो लगातार दौरा हो रहा है, उसमें खास करके ऐसे छोटे देश जो अब तक उपेक्षित थे, जैसे मंगोलिया हो गया, वियतनाम हो गया, जहां माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने भी दौरा किया था। मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं कि इन दौरों से जो सांस्कृतिक संबंध को बढ़ाने के लिए खास करके वियतनाम और मंगोलिया में क्या प्रयास किया जा रहा है?
Honorable Minister.
Sir, during the visits which have been undertaken by the Prime Minister and by members of Cabinet, just as I said, the Indian community is an important pillar of the relationship. Building our cultural and civilizational linkages with these countries is also very important. What the Honorable Member specifically referred to, sir, Mongolia and Vietnam, I would like to inform the House through you that where Mongolia is concerned, we have actually undertaken a very extensive project of digitizing manuscripts and providing support to one of the leading monasteries. Where Vietnam is concerned, there is actually...
That was live visuals and live activity coming in from the Rajasthan Sabha. Right now, let's take a look at other top stories. Telangana Congress Chief Revant Reddy is all set to be the new Chief Minister of the state. While how many ministers will be sworn in and whether there would be any Deputy Chief Minister, that remains to be seen. Swearing in will take place at 1 p.m. today in Hyderabad. Defence Minister Arnab will conduct an aerial survey of flooded areas of Tamil Nadu and will meet Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. The Bharatiya Janata Party held a parliamentary party meeting today in New Delhi amid suspense over chief ministers in 3 states. 2 top BJP leaders were welcomed and Prime Minister Modi was also welcomed with chants of Modi ji ka swagat hai. Sources in the Raje camp say that Vasundhara Raje will be meeting the party high command today. She reached New Delhi just last night. She evaded all the questions as in what is in store in this meeting. She said that she has come to meet her daughter-in-law, but sources from her camp suggest that she is going to meet the top leadership of the BJP. With the propulsion module of Chandrayaan-3 moving from an orbit around the moon to an orbit around the earth, Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed it as another technology milestone achieved in India's future space endeavours. ZPM leader Legislature Party leader Lal Duhoma will be sworn in as the new Chief Minister of Mizoram on Friday at Raj Bhavan. At Raj Bhavan, besides Lal Duhoma, other members of his Council of Ministers will also be sworn in on Friday in a function at the Raj Bhavan. Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2023 and Jammu Kashmir Reorganisation Amendment Bill 2023 aimed at providing rights to those who faced injustice and were deprived of their rights in the Union Territory have been passed in the Lok Sabha. All right, a big development in the Disha Salian death probe. Now, top sources have informed Republic TV that Maharashtra government is all set to release the names of the investigators in the case. Special CP Deven Bharti is likely to spearhead this investigation. Remember, it's been 3.5 years that Disha Salian and her family are waiting for justice. She just days before Sushant Singh Rajput's death, Disha Salian's death was reported, and it was at a party. After a party, it was said that it was alleged that she committed suicide, but the death probe is on, as in what really did happen. Right now, what we know is that the Chief Minister, that the Maharashtra government right now will disclose the investigators. My colleague Sandeep is joining us from Mumbai. Sandeep, it's a big movement that we are learning about. Top sources are telling us that the probe is picking up pace, and that the name of the investigators who all will be part of this panel is going to be announced. Special CP Deven Bharti's name is also emerging.
As far as this case is concerned, the biggest development in the Disha Salian case, remember, in the past, SIT was ordered by the Home Minister Devendra Fadnavis in this Disha Salian suicide case. Now, the major development out here is that it's being said that a DIG rank officer will be in fact leading the investigation in the Disha Salian suicide case. And one of the important points out here is that what would be the revelation in this very investigation? That is important. We've been told that there are high chances that the Special CP Deven Bharti could lead the investigation, although there is no confirmation from the Maharashtra government.
From the Maharashtra government regarding this, but yes, it is being said that the high rank officer would be in fact leading the investigation. Apart from that, remember the claims that were made by Nitesh Rane, the BJP MLA Nitesh Rane. He had in fact raised several questions on the UBT leader Aditya Thackeray and celebrities like Dino Moria, Suraj Pancholi and others. Not only that, if you go in the past and go through with the events that took place, remember at that point of time when Aditya Thackeray's role was under the scanner by the investigating agency, Kishori Pednekar, the then BMC mayor, had visited Disha Salian's residence, and in fact the parents had made a statement in support of the then MVA government. Now the BJP government and the BJP MLAs like Nitesh Rane had raised questions that the parents were forced to make a statement in support of Aditya Thackeray and the then MVA government. Not only that, there is a petition that has been filed in the Bombay High Court demanding the custodial interrogation of Aditya Thackeray in the Disha Salian suicide case, and there are several evidences that needs to be investigated. That is what the petition says. So it will be very much important to see what would be the course of investigation, whether the evidences in the Disha Salian case were hampered or were the witnesses were in fact influenced by any political person. That is something that needs to be in fact investigating, and in upcoming days it will be very much crucial to see who will be the people who will be in fact interrogated or questioned by the special investigating team of Mumbai Police.
Right, Sandeep. Also, the fact that BJP is claiming that it has links with SSR. Remember, it was just days ago, Sushant Singh Rajput's death, that Disha Salian, who was his former manager, the death of her, the news of her death also emerged. So clearly now we see that the BJP is now speaking out about that there is a direct link between the deaths of these two individuals.
See, Rakshita, not only that, whether there is link between Disha Salian or Sushant Singh's suicide case, apart from that, if you go through with the statements that have been made by Rahul Shewale. Now, Rahul Shewale is the MP of Shiv Sena Shinde faction. He was associated to Uddhav Thackeray previously. Now, in the parliament, he had made a statement that there were 44 calls been done to Riya Chakravarti when Sushant Singh Rajput committed suicide. So he had also in fact raised question on Aditya Thackeray. So these are several things that have been claimed in this very matter. Whether Disha Salian case has any connection to Sushant Singh Rajput's suicide case, that is a matter of investigation. The CBI is also investigating the SSR case. But at this point of time, it will be crucial to see what would be the course of action of the investigation team that in fact has been the special investigation team that has been in fact formed by the Maharashtra government.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Sandeep, for joining us with those details. That's the big update we are getting in right now in Disha Salian's death probe was that the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, he will be announcing the panel that is going to investigate. We understand that the special CP Devesh Sharma could be now heading this probe panel. And that is the latest we have right now. Viewers, we'll get you all the details as we get more information on that. But I stand corrected, Deven Bharti, special CP, will be heading the probe in this investigation. And that is the details we have right now. For more, we will get you more updates. Now, at the parliamentary meeting, Prime Minister Modi received a standing ovation and was felicitated for the big assembly polls win by the party leaders. Here's a report on that. Time for a short break on the other side. Back-to-back meetings at 7 Lok Kalyan marks. Sources say that announcement on chief ministerial faces for all the three states very, very soon. An all-out war breaks out within the INDI alliance. TMC skips the meeting, throws seat-sharing ultimatum. We get you the details on the other side. Stay tuned.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
public business.
Tens of thousands of Gazans have been fleeing to areas west and south of the embattled southern Gaza city of Khan Yunis, including to the nearby border town of Rafah, where an airstrike brought new bloodshed and chaos to an area overflowing with people displaced by the war. Attorney General Merrick B. Garland has said that the Justice Department was investigating the murder of more than 30 Americans and the abduction of U.S. citizens by Hamas fighters during the 7th October attack on Israel. An investigation by Amnesty International alleges that a US-made weapon guidance system was used in 2 Israeli airstrikes in Gaza in October, in which 43 civilians are said to have been killed. Israeli forces breached Hamas defense lines in the southern city of Khan Yunis. Meanwhile, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres says that he has referred the situation in Gaza to UN Security Council, urging members to avert a humanitarian catastrophe, invoking Article 99 of the UN Charter. UK Foreign Secretary David Cameron said called for pauses in the fighting between Hamas and Israel to ensure the delivery of aid and the release of hostages. Israeli jets targeted Gaza Strip's southern city of Khan Yunis as the country's army says it is battling Palestinian terrorists there. Soon after the bombing, tens of injured Palestinians, including children, were ferried to the Nasser hospital of Khan Yunis in the southern Gaza Strip.
युवा टूरिज्म क्लब्स अलग अलग इंस्टीट्यूशंस में भारत सरकार खोले हैं, क्योंकि आपको मालूम है घर में अगर कोई समर में हॉलिडे में टूरिज्म जाना चाहते तो कौन तय करते हैं? घर में रहने वाले स्टूडेंट्स बच्चे तय करते हैं। इसलिए भारत सरकार चाहते हैं डोमेस्टिक टूरिज्म बढ़ाने में उस बच्चों को आधार पर उस घर में उसके परिवार में उसके इंस्टीट्यूशंस में जो उनको अवेयरनेस लाने के लिए युवा टूरिज्म क्लब्स खोल रहे। अभी तक 35,000 युवा टूरिज्म क्लब खोलकर आज टूरिज्म बढ़ाने के लिए प्रयास करें। हम
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
इस देश के अंदर जहां एक एयरपोर्ट नहीं लेकिन 2-2 एयरपोर्ट बनने
public business.
We are already seeing the potential of artificial intelligence to drastically alter
We are now contributing about 5 to 6% of global growth. China is contributing upwards of 25 to 30. We need to get into double-digit contribution in terms of global growth. How can we quicken the pace?
It's not where India will go. India will go up, I have no doubt. If today the Chinese economy has done very well, they started opening up 12 years before we did. I don't think the name of the game is competing with China. The name of this game is to lift. Look, the Millennium Development Goals did well because China lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. The Sustainable Development Goals will do well because India will do well, and because India will do well, the SDGs will do well. That is the latest story.
Big development in Disha Salian death investigation. Top sources say Shinde government to disclose names of investigators. Prime Minister receives a rousing welcome at BJP Parliamentary meeting after 3-state clean sweep. After back-to-back meetings at the 7 LKM, sources say announcement on chief ministerial faces soon. All-out war breaks out within INDI alliance. TMC skips the meeting, throws seat-sharing ultimatum. Congress now swings into damage control mode. Rahul Gandhi dials Mamata after flop show at meeting. Situation tense in Rajasthan over Sukhdev Singh Gogamedi's murder. Karni Sena hits the streets for a second day. Now, an all-out war has broken out within the INDI alliance. This comes after only 17 parties showed up for this meeting, and of those parties who skipped the meeting was TMC. Sources have informed that the TMC has set a seat-sharing ultimatum and said that no meeting will be held until the talks on seat-sharing are finalized. After the mega flop show, Congress has now swung into damage control mode. Sources are suggesting that Rahul Gandhi, in fact, dialed Mamata Banerjee after she skipped this meeting. Our colleague Harsha is joining us live from the national capital, tracking all developments. Good afternoon, Harsha. Of course, now we understand the Congress party who's said to be leading this INDI alliance. There are expectations and there has to be a solid strategy in place, which is clearly lacking. And we understand, one of the biggest stakeholders in this alliance is TMC. Mamata Banerjee did not even send any of her representatives, forget herself, coming to attend the party. And now we see that Rahul Gandhi has bothered to dial her. What are the latest information that you're picking up?
So, Rakshita, what we are learning is that there's a sort of rift in the alliance because it all has happened after Congress lost in the 3 states, MP, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan. And after that, we saw that this informal meeting was called at Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. First, DMK Stalin expressed his concerns for not being available to attend this meeting. And after that, Mamata Banerjee also stated that she was not conveyed properly for this meeting, as she already had her earlier in programs where she had to attend. And also Nitish Kumar also didn't attend this meeting. And after that, the sort of rift is being seen because earlier it was that Congress has the upper hand in this entire INDI alliance meeting, and the seat sharing program will only be discussed after Congress wins or not in the 3 states. But now the results are complete opposite, and it has been seen that how Congress has lost massively in the 3 states. And now Mamata Banerjee wants that the opposition leaders, opposition parties like JDU, RJD, Samajwadi Party, DMK, RSP, all these parties should have upper hand in deciding the seat sharing form. formula, and they should be given much more seats, as earlier Congress was stating that they will get much number of seats in the respective states, in all the states in the country ahead of 2024. And yesterday, when Mamata Banerjee didn't participate in the informal meeting at the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge, after that, Rahul Gandhi dialed himself to Mamata Banerjee, stating that this is the time when all the parties of the INDI alliance have to be together, have to be intact, and they have to prepare right now and strategize for ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. And we have also got to know that sooner the PM phase and the seat sharing formula have also to be decided by the INDI alliance, and that could not happen until and unless Mamata Banerjee, DMK, or the party leaders will not be available in the meeting. And therefore, this was the informal meeting, and Rahul Gandhi, after speaking to Mamata Banerjee, has also asked Mamata Banerjee to appear for the next formal meeting, because we have got to know that the next formal meeting, the dates will be the 3rd week of December. We are getting to know likely it could be 17th or 18th of December. But whether Mamata Banerjee will participate in that meeting or not, right now we don't know that. But this is very clear that from past 2 meetings, Mamata Banerjee has her own reservation regarding teaming up with Congress and the seat sharing formula in all these states for the ahead of Lok Sabha elections 2024. So Congress is trying to damage control, and Congress is trying to make all the parties intact and together to show that there's a unity in the alliance. But as far as Mamata Banerjee's party TMC is concerned, none of the leaders is speaking right now inside Parliament on this issue, and they are also not sure that Mamata Banerjee will be participating in the formal meeting on 17th, 18th, 19th or not. This could only happen after a proper seat sharing formula will be given by Congress, that opposition all will have the equal say now when the Congress has lost its ground in the 3 states, MP, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. Back to you, Rakshita.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Harsha, for joining us with those details. That's the latest we have right now. Clearly, we can see that Congress is now scrambling to gather the support, manage to support, and the latest being that Rahul Gandhi has dialed Mamata Banerjee after she skipped the meeting of the INDI alliance. In other news, an India-born media executive who has worked in UK broadcasting for over 40 years, Dr. Sameer Shah, has been announced as the UK government's preferred candidate to take over as the new BBC chairman. Yogi Adityanath government on Wednesday sacked several officials charged with misuse of power, negligence in work and corruption. Sources informed that Consolidation Officer Anuj Saxena of Muzaffarnagar was among those dismissed from service for not discharging his duties, as per sources. An incident of fire was reported on Bhubaneswar-Howrah Jan Shatabdi Express at Cuttack station today morning. The fire was brought under control by fire services personnel. Cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained. Delhi's air quality index has reached the very poor category in multiple areas. The official data recorded an AQI of 314 in Anand Vihar, 315 in Ashok Vihar, 307 in ITO Delhi and 332 in Jahangir Puri. A petrol pump in Mallikarjun area remains inundated and deserted as Chennai city continues to reel under massive waterlogging, facing a flood-like situation. Southern Railways has cancelled 15 trains for December 7 due to torrential rains and waterlogging in Chennai. Development comes in after several other trains were cancelled, including the Tirunelveli-Chennai Egmore Vande Bharat Special and the Chennai Egmore Tirunelveli Vande Bharat Special. Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Rwanda, Vincent Biruta, arrived in India on an official visit to further enhance the ties between the two nations. NSA Ajit Doval arrived in Mauritius to participate in the 6th NSA level meeting of the Colombo Security Conclave. The Colombo Security Conclave comprises India, Sri Lanka and the Maldives. Telangana Congress Chief Revant Reddy is all set to be the new Chief Minister of the state, while how many ministers would be sworn in and whether there will be any Deputy Chief Minister, that remains to be seen. Now, the swearing in will take place in a short while from now, that is 1 p.m. is the scheduled time today in Hyderabad. Here's a full report on that.
The Telangana Congress chief is all set to take oath as the new chief minister.
The AICC will soon take a decision on who will be the Deputy Chief Minister, and also the other ministerial post will be soon decided by the top leadership of the Congress party, and also many of the leaders from the INDI Bloc and also the top leaders of the AICC are expected to be a part of the oath-taking ceremony of Revant Reddy on the 7th of December.
Revant Reddy is credited with steering the Congress to power in state, unseating the mighty BRS that had a stranglehold on Telangana politics, and challenging the ambitious BJP that tried to emerge as an alternative. But the journey to the top post has not been easy. Reddy began his career as a student activist in ABVP. Once associated with BRS, he is now known as a fierce critic of Chandrasekhar Rao. Reddy was also a close confidant of Chandrababu Naidu. But he faced the biggest challenge of his political career when he was arrested in 2015 over alleged bribe gate. Reddy quit TDP in 2017 and joined the Congress, but remained in political wilderness for a while after he lost the 2018 assembly polls. Reddy was elected to the Lok Sabha in 2019 elections from Mallikarjun. 2 years later, he was appointed as the president of Telangana Congress, triggering massive backlash from senior party leaders. From working at grassroots to win people's support to uniting party leaders, Revant Reddy led the Congress to the big win. The Congress High Command's decision comes after much deliberation, back-to-back meetings with the party top brass, an open revolt against Revant Reddy.
There were many supporters of the Congress party of Revant Reddy who had come here at Raj Bhavan. Also, they had raised slogans of Revant Reddy, the Chief Minister. Revant CM was the slogan which was raised by the supporters of Revant Reddy. And also, as I'll ask my video journalist to pan around and show that now, as the decision to take the oath ceremony has been put on hold as of now, everyone has been moved out. Everything is cleared up by the police officials, and also the security arrangements which were put forth has also been moved out from here. People have asked to leave because as the oath-taking ceremony is not happening today. Well, yes, did supporters come in large number, as they were also being told that the oath-taking would be happening today, and that is why they came in support of Revant Reddy, and that is the reason why we had seen that large number of police was deployed some time back. But now, as the decision for the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister has been put on hold for the oath-taking ceremony,
and amid poaching fears from the BRS, all eyes are now on the mega oath-taking ceremony. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Time for a very, very short break, viewers. On the other side, the Prime Minister received rousing welcome at the BJP parliamentary meeting today after a three-state clean sweep. And situation remains tense in Rajasthan's Jaipur over Sukhdev Singh Gogameri's murder. Karni Sena hits the streets for a second day.
15 ऐसे शहर होंगे इस देश के अंदर जहां एक एयरपोर्ट नहीं लेकिन 2-2 एयरपोर्ट बनने।
Welcome to the third edition, and the highlight of this edition, and I've thought about this for a while, I've deliberated about this myself, always wanted to do it, but I think the time has come. It gives me immense pride to announce at this platform today the launch of the 5th mega news brand from the Republic Media Network, Republic Business.
Welcome back. The National Organ and Tissue Transplantation Organization under the Union Health Ministry has ordered an inquiry into allegations of cash for kidney scam against Indraprastha Apollo Hospital. Apollo Hospital has, on the other hand, denied the allegations, claiming that all legal and ethical requirements involved in transplants have been followed. Here's a detailed report on that.
The Health Ministry has ordered a probe into the alleged cash for kidney scam at Indraprastha Apollo Hospital. As per the charges, youth from Myanmar were allegedly being flown to the national capital to donate kidneys to Burmese patients illegally. Reports suggest documents of these patients were forged to present donors as relatives of the would-be patients. And at the center of these allegations is Dr. Sandeep Guleria.
Stunning revelations have come to fore of how this hospital, from where I'm reporting, and the images of which is being given to you by my video journalist Vijay Hitesh, how this hospital was being used as the hospital where there were transplantation of organs, especially kidneys, of the financially weak Myanmarese citizens, and was used for giving it to the people, to the rich Burmese, rich Myanmarese citizens. Now, this stunning revelation has been revealed by an international publication, following which there has been an investigation that has been put into use by the Delhi government.
Accused of conducting illegal transplants, Dr. Guleria denied all the charges.
A patient who comes from Myanmar or from any country for a transplant follows a very clear very clear process which we follow to the hilt, right? Our first thing is that we make sure every document they submit is first and foremost authenticated by their Ministry of External Affairs in their own country. It is then authenticated and re-verified by their embassy in Delhi. We also have a Form 21 which certifies that the relationship between the donor and the recipient is what they claim to be, which is signed by the ambassador or the first secretary.
Issuing a statement on the alleged scam, Apollo has claimed that all legal and ethical requirements included in the transplant process are followed. Meanwhile, the government has now ordered an investigation into the alleged cash for kidney scam, and a report has been asked to be furnished in the next 7 days. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
In other news, Telangana Congress Chief Revanth Reddy is all set to be the new Chief Minister of the state. While how many ministers will be sworn in, whether there will be Deputy Chief Minister, that remains to be seen. Swearing in is going to take place around 1 p.m. in Hyderabad. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will conduct an aerial survey of flood-hit areas of Tamil Nadu and will meet Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. BJP holds Parliamentary Party meeting in New Delhi amid suspense over Chief Ministers for the 3 states. Top BJP leaders were welcomed. Prime Minister Modi was also welcomed with chants of Modi ji ka swagat hai. Amid a suspense over the BJP's chief ministerial pick for Rajasthan, senior party leader and former Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje was headed to New Delhi Wednesday night. Sources in Raje's camp say that she will be meeting the party high command today itself. With the propulsion module of Chandrayaan-3 moving from an orbit around the moon to an orbit around the Earth, Prime Minister Modi hailed it as another technology milestone achieved in India's future space endeavours. ZPM leader, Legislature Party leader Ladoo Homa is going to be sworn in as the new Chief Minister from Mizoram on Friday at the Raj Bhavan. Besides Ladoo Homa, other members of his Council of Ministers will also be sworn in on Friday in a function at the Raj Bhavan. Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2023 and Jammu and Kashmir Reorganisation Amendment Bill 2023 aimed at providing rights to those who faced injustice and were deprived of their rights in the Union Territory have been passed in the Lok Sabha. Now, at the BJP parliamentary meet, Prime Minister Modi received a standing ovation, a rousing welcome, and he was felicitated for the big assembly poll victory by the party leaders. Here's a report. Stepping to a short break. On the other side, we get you the latest that is happening in the national capital. The CM question, of course, remains back-to-back meetings at 7 Lok Kalyan marks. Also suggests that announcement on the chief ministers for the 3 states is expected very soon. An all-out war breaks out within the India alliance. TMC skips the meeting, throws seat-sharing ultimatum. We'll get you the details on the other side. Stay tuned to Republic TV.
What this political continuity will mean for the Indian economy? You've got a free run for the next 5.5 years.
I said, let me take with the immediate short term. I haven't come to the medium term. Medium term for me is the next 5 years.
Till we are a 5 trillion economy, the world is curious about this. Between 5 and 10 trillion, which could happen in 5 years as Mr. Puri is predicting.
Political leadership is very critical for the country, and you need consistency and predictability of policy. And similarly, you need continuity in leadership for a long time.
Them.
We see ourselves today as not just as we saw ourselves for the last 30 years as a consumer of tech. We are the fastest growing economy in the world. We are the fastest growing digital economy in the world. But going forward, as the Honorable Prime Minister said, the next decade, which is the I.N.D.I.A decade, a decade of technology opportunities, will see our innovation ecosystem expand and deepen in a way that is unprecedented. And we will go from the current levels of $400 billion to $1 trillion by 2026. We see ourselves today as not just as we saw ourselves for the last 30 years as a consumer of tech. We are the fastest growing economy in the world. We are the fastest growing digital economy in the world. But going forward, as the Honorable Prime Minister said, the next decade, which is the I.N.D.I.A decade, a decade of technology opportunities, will see our innovation ecosystem expand and deepen in a way that is unprecedented. And we will go from the current levels of $400 billion to $1 trillion by 2026.